Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm currently sitting on the floor because we are going to be going through my foundation drawer that is like just a mess down there right now of products that I'm getting rid of. But I'm going through and decluttering my foundation drawer just because every time I close it, I'm having to like shove things down aggressively to get the drawer to shut. It's ridiculous, it's a mess. I feel so crusty today. I went in and used a foundation that I haven't used in a while because I couldn't remember how I felt about it. Now I know why I haven't used it in a while. I hate it. I feel like my skin looks terrible, but that's why it's a good day to go through and just really get things out of that drawer that don't deserve or need to be there, and plus make room for new things. Not that I need any more new things, and to go through and donate and get rid of things once this whole virus shenanigans is over. So hopefully this will inspire you to go through and clean some of your things. I think that's one thing that has been productive for many of us. It seems like a lot of my friends are going through and decluttering their homes just because there's really not much else you can do, and if you're stuck in your house, you want it to be nice and clean. So come on and join me in this adventure of cleaning out my foundations. Okay, so here is my center unit of drawers. Here on the top, I have like go-to lip balm, setting sprays, headbands, stuff like that. And here are powders, foundations, concealers, and then extra brushes and sponges. So this is the drawer that I'm going to be tackling today because it has gotten ridiculous. It's normally organized by like stand up, I guess like higher end foundations here, squeeze tubes here, drugstore foundations there, cushion foundations, and then I guess just overflow. So clearly this needs to be cleaned. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start grabbing things one by one and go that way. I think I actually am gonna start off with this bin here just because there are several in here that I know that I use and love. Starting off with the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. So I have my lighter shades as well as self-tan shades. These have separated a bit, but I think they're still okay because these ones came semi-recently in PR, and then Laura gave me her extra in M3.5. What is that? Vanuatu? I'm not quite sure, but I know these are all still good. So these are going to be keepers. Some other foundations that I know I will be keeping for sure are the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, longest name ever. This is another go-to formula for me. This one, the top I think has separated a bit just because I've been really fair lately. So I've been using 2W1.5 more than 3W2 Golden, but both of these are foundations that I use quite often. I need to go through and wipe the lids too. If you like a very natural but still radiant formula, this one is great. I think people with oily skin would still like this too, just because the way that it sets is really nice. It's a foundation that I don't have to go in with powder. Honestly, this one I think can go. When I first got it, I really did like it. I used it for a while, but it's just not one that I reach for. So I feel like somebody else could definitely get use out of this. Next up, we have the Hourglass Vanish Foundations. Whenever I first received these as PR, I tried it out with a sponge first and then a brush. I hated it both ways. And I was about to get rid of it, and then I tried it one more time with my fingers. And I think that's key with this formula. Otherwise, it just looks too like heavy and cakey on my skin, but I don't think I need, ew, there's a hair, both shades. So I have warm ivory and beige. Actually, I may go in and mix these. I'm not quite sure, I don't even remember now. I feel like that would work fine. So I don't think I would need beige. Beige, I remember being a little bit more on the yellow, like golden side. Yeah, even when I self-tan, that is like way too orangey on me. So this can be one that we get rid of. Okay, moving on, we have one from a K-beauty brand. I'm still not quite sure how to pronounce this. If it's like Espoir, I'm not sure. The Pro Tailor Foundation. I have mine in the shade 25NC. I love this foundation. I'm pretty sure I did a demo in a recent K-beauty haul, so this will be a keeper. I know it's a little bit pricier than some of the other K-beauty foundations I have, but I really do enjoy that one. Another K-beauty brand is McQueen New York. This is the Airfit Concealer, the big. I have the actual like small concealers, and then I have these as well. But even at my lightest, I think 21 is like way too light. But actually, that would maybe be a good concealer for me. I think I still want to keep these because I haven't played with them enough. This, however, I really do like this, but this is one that just has to go in the trash. It is so old. Smashbox Camera Ready BB Water. I got this in hopes of that it would be like similar to the Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation, but I definitely prefer that one more. So this one, unfortunately, just has to be trashed. All right, then we have the Jane Iredale Beyond Matte Liquid Foundation. I received this as PR. This is in the shade M10. It was too matte on my skin. I just did not like the way that it looked whatsoever. It's still good though, so that can be given to somebody. We have a few more K-beauty brands in here. Both of these are from the brand, oh, just kidding. One is Holika Holika. This is the Hardcover Glow Foundation. I ordered these, was it in like January or February? But I was still really self-tanned at that point, so I wasn't able to use these for a while because if you're familiar with K-beauty brands, then you would know most of them, the shades aren't very wide. Like the shades tend to be light to medium. Some of these brands though have been extending, so I feel like now I'm at the point where I could actually use these since I'm pretty fair. So we have Holika Holika Hardcover Glow and then the Double Lasting Foundation from Etude House. I do want to try those out. Then we have the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Lines Foundation, Anti-Aging, Skin Smoothing, Invisible Coverage. I think Laura gave this to me and I haven't really played with it yet. So this is one that needs to be set to the side to test. We have the Collab Foundation. I actually really do like this and I always forget to pull it out. And I think it's because I always confuse the lid for this foundation here. So this is a nice foundation. I am gonna keep that. However, this and this, both of these. I've been doing really good lately about trying foundations that I kind of like forgot how I felt about them. I used the Laura Geller Filter First Luminous Foundation today. Upon first application, it looks nice. Like I'm like, oh, the texture of this is like really nice and kind of gel-like. But then as I spread it out, I have never had a foundation that like sets so splotchy on my skin, which sucks because I really do like Laura Geller products and Luminous just sounds amazing, but unfortunately, these did not work out for me at all. Then we have the Physicians Healthy Foundation. I really wanted to like this. I don't know if it's just that the shade is too light for me. This one is an LN4. I've heard so many people rave about it, and whenever I swatch it, it looks like a formula that I would like, but this shade just does not work on my skin whatsoever. So that's gonna go. We have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. I haven't used this one in a while, so it's separated a bit, but I actually really do like this, especially with the brush that they launched with this foundation. It's like a smaller, it's not quite a paddle brush, but it's not like your typical dome foundation brush either. It has this really nice curve to it, and I do like it. I have mine in Warm Natural 12. This is a foundation I use whenever I'm very fair, like right now. So that's a keeper. Then we have a whole bunch of double wear foundations in here in various shades. We have 2N1, 2N2. This one is in 1N2. I use this to mix sometimes, and then my most used shade is 3W1. As you can see, I'm almost finished with these. Originally, I did not like this foundation. I used to think it was a little bit too matte, but I love mixing this with like my VDL Lumi Layer Primer or just any sort of like liquid illuminator. The Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors work great with these. So I do kind of go in with all shades. The Bare Mineral Stick Foundation, I have mine in Terra, what are you, 8.5. I'm not quite sure why I kept this because I feel like this would be too deep for me even when self-tanned, so that can go. And then there's a few, oh, there's a Howard hair tail in here. I have a mini travel size of the NARS Natural Radiant in M3.5, so you know what? I don't need both of the full-size ones back here, so we are gonna give one of these away. Okay, that one I've used. I don't think I've used, oh, well, I'll have to wipe it off first, but that can go to somebody else. Now moving on to, I think there's still some high-end foundations in here. We have the Urban Decay Stay Naked. This is one of their newer releases. I packed this whenever we went on our cruise and I absolutely loved it. Fortunately, right now it's a little bit too dark for me. It's in the shade 50WY, but I think I might self-tan sometime this week. This is one of my all-time favorite drugstore foundations, the Flower Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel. If you are looking for something ultra dewy and glowy on the skin and you have yet to try this foundation, I would highly recommend it. The packaging is also beautiful, but the formula is just amazing. Another semi-new one at the drugstore is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. I really do like this. I do think it is definitely more appropriate for people with a normal to dry skin type. I feel like on oily skin, unless you went in with something really mattifying underneath, I don't really think you would be a fan of this one. I don't feel like I'm doing very good decluttering right now. Okay, another great one from the drugstore if you're looking for something that's full coverage without looking mask-like or heavy or matte. L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear is great. What else do we have? Oh, I love this foundation so much. In fact, if I had to get rid of all of my foundations right now except for one, as much as I love the NARS and the Flower Beauty, these have just been my go-to recently. I love the formula of this foundation. To me, it wears just as good as a high-end foundation. The original Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation I thought was absolutely disgusting because of the scent. The formula wasn't bad, but the scent was so overpowering. This one does not have a scent, and the formula is just so beautiful on the skin. I think the only downside to it is it doesn't have a pump. It has this paddle applicator, which I don't know, I'm just not a fan of, but I get over it because the actual dewy formula is what dreams are made of, folks. All right, so I am keeping all of those because it just depends whether I'm self-tanned or not. Okay, then we have the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation. This has hyaluronic acid, medium full coverage. This is in shade FN.5. I think when I bought this, I was really self-tanned because this would not match right now, but I mean, I've only used it 2 or 3 times, and honestly, I can't even really remember how I feel about it, so that's a keep. This is a foundation I actually really do like, and I don't feel like too many people talk about it. Ew. That's disgusting. But this foundation isn't even like old yet, but that looked, oh, that kind of creeped me out. This is the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. Let me smell this. It smells totally fine. I think it's just because the way that it was stored on the side. I actually really do like this foundation. I don't think it's one that I would really wear in the summer just because I do get a little bit greasy with it. But in the winter and fall months, I really do like it. So that is a keep. Another product that I love is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizers. I have illuminating and then just the original one. Sometimes if this one's a little bit too light, then I'll just go in with the illuminating one in Natural Radiance just to add some healthy glow back to my skin. So the combo is great on both of these. If you're looking for something with just easy day-to-day coverage for running errands, this is a perfect product. This one is really good, but unfortunately it's just time to let it go because it's definitely expired. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream in Bamboo 5.5. If I didn't already have a ton of foundations in here, I definitely would go back in and repurchase this. If I had to pick one though, I do have to say I definitely prefer the Laura Mercier one more. I just feel like it looks a little bit healthier on my skin. So this is another foundation that just needs to be trashed. This one is empty. I don't know why it's still in here. This is the Dr. BB Beauty Balm in, I think this only comes in like 2 shades. This was 01 Light Medium. It definitely kind of has a little bit of like a grayish tone to it, kind of like how all of the K-Beauty BB Balms or whatever, beauty balms, BB creams did back in the day, and they slowly started to add a little bit more yellow into them. I mean, I used it all. This used to be a go-to product for me. I don't think I would purchase it again anytime soon just because of everything else that I have, but I really did like it. Okay, so that can go into an empties video. We have another Wander Beauty foundation in here. I don't think I need to keep both though, so let me swatch these side by side. This one here is in Golden Medium, definitely a self-tanning shade. And then this one is just in Medium. You know what? I think I'm fine with just medium, Golden Medium. I could always go in, and if I needed to deepen it up, I could go in with some like cream bronzer or something. This product is just absolute trash. This is from the brand Holika Holika. It's just their Petite BB. This, I don't even like, I just don't like it. The other day when I tried to apply it, it made me look sick. It's almost like a weird violet type of color. Just no. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Moving on, we have the Revlon Candid Foundations. I actually really like the original one. This is the Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I use the shade 300 Dune. I personally really like it. Then they came out with Candid Glow, which I was so stoked for just because I love anything glowy and dewy on the skin. But this, in my opinion, gives like 0 coverage. Like it added some of like a sheen effect to my skin, but besides that, I felt like it was pointless to apply, so just no thanks. All right, then we have the Smashbox foundations. I had given a lot of these away. Why I thought I still needed to keep this many, I have no idea. This is a incredibly pigmented product. If you are looking for something extremely full coverage, this is it. The tiniest bit goes the longest way. So I just need to go in and pick a few shades because I definitely don't need this many. I know I liked 3.2 whenever I was tanned. Let's do 3.2, so I don't think I need to keep 3.18. I do want to keep 2.4 because that's the lightest shade I have in here. So I could always mix those, and then I think I could get rid of these three here, 3.02, 3.15, and 3.0. So those can all be decluttered. Then we have these foundations from Ciate. Honestly, I haven't worn these in a bit, so I don't remember how I feel about them. I want to say these came out around Christmas time. So we have the shades. Ooh, what are the shades? I don't even know, but this one definitely looks way too dark, so I'm only going to keep one. Radiant Buildable Coverage Foundation. I think I'm gonna make myself try this tomorrow because I honestly don't remember what I think about it. All right, then we have the Pacifica foundations. I know I did an entire video on these. I had kept the shades Warm Medium and then Neutral Medium. I don't think I need both though. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with 26, the Neutral Medium. All right, I have a natural beige Too Faced Born This Way concealer in here because I think I was using this for foundation on some days, so that's definitely a keep. That's, whoa, a favorite product of mine. When this first came out, I had mixed feelings of the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I just hate this entire Peach Perfect scent. I don't like it. It smells like Peachios to me and I can't get over it. I've been holding on to this for a while, but just, ew, that's a piece of foundation, not a booker. This one can definitely go. Then we have several of the IT Cosmetics CC creams in here. This one is almost done. This is another go-to product for me. We have light, we have medium, and then I had one of the oil-free mattes in here. I've given this a try like a handful of times and I can't get on board with it. I definitely prefer the CC Plus Illumination. That's my go-to favorite, but I'm all out of that. This one though can definitely go. I have another Peach Perfect matte in here. That one can go. I've been holding on to this Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation to do a video of like giving products a try that I know I don't like, but I've tried this multiple times and I just can't get on board. I just don't like it. Like settles into my pores weird. It's almost like the product only goes into my pores and not the rest of my face. It's the weirdest thing. So that can be decluttered. I have another foundation stick in here. Okay, I think this is the normal shade. We have Ginger 06. I got rid of that bamboo one. This is just my normal shade. So we will keep this stick foundation. I have the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done. I actually really do like this product. Ew, I keep finding like dried foundation pieces. This is something that's probably going to expire soon though, so I need to start making a conscious effort of using that more often. Then I have two of the YSL All-in-One Glows. I actually really like this during the summer months. I think it just gives such a pretty glow to the skin. It's extremely weightless. Fresh, dewy makeup, I feel like that's a great way to describe it. Natural, medium coverage, long-lasting hydration, oil-free. This is a go-to summer foundation for me, so I do want to keep those. When it comes to stick foundations, oh, this Makeup Forever one is so expired. I loved this though when these first came out. That needs to be trashed, but the Wet n Wild stick foundations, I want to do a video coming up with this. I've featured this in so many videos, but I have another idea for this. But if you are looking for a great lightweight when it comes to like the feeling on your skin, but nice buildable coverage, I would highly recommend checking this one out. And we have the Iope CC in Clear Beige. I liked this, but I think, oh, see, this was a product that was too light before, but now that I'm pasty again, this is something that I could use. If you like something that's really hydrating on the skin and just gives light to buildable medium coverage, this is great. This is another K-Beauty brand. They make some of my favorite essences ever. So this is another keeper. I have a baby NARS Punjab. This is typically my go-to shade in NARS. I like to pack that one whenever I travel. Ew, now we can, ew. This is so gross down here. I need to clean it. All right, moving on to the back. This can go. They discontinued this foundation. I know some people love it. It just did not work for me. This is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Foundation. Just no thank you. I have, is there only one of these? Yeah, the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. I did a video on this as well. I really do like this, so that's a keep. The CYL Long Lasting Foundation. This is my last one. I've gone through like probably either one or two of these foundations. They discontinued it, so I'm definitely keeping this one. It was like $6 or $7 at Walgreens. Why they discontinued it, I have no idea, but I can't get rid of it. All right, then we have a couple of the Catrice foundations. I had actually just used one of these in a recent video of like full face of Nothing New Drugstore edition. I don't need all of these shades though, because I like it when I mix it, but I don't wear it too often just on its own. I think the only one that I'm gonna keep is 32 Nude Beige, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass on Golden Beige and Medium Beige. If you're looking for something full coverage from the drugstore and you have oily skin, I think you would really like this. It is mattifying, so I like to go in and mix it with something more hydrating on my skin, but it's definitely full coverage. All right, then we have a couple of the L'Oreal True Match foundations. This one I know is so old, N5, that one just needs to be trashed. These two are still good though. I have W4 and N3. I had just used N3 to mix with the Catrice foundation in a recent video just to add a little bit more hydration to it. I'm like halfway through with W4, so I would like to just finish it. I had purchased this maybe like sometime towards the middle to end of last year, so I feel like it's still okay. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it. All right, then moving on to the Maybelline Fit Me foundations. I've had these for way too long now. I know all three of these just need to go in the trash. The matte and poreless kind of surprised me just because I typically don't like anything mattifying, but the way that it applied onto the skin was really nice. I do prefer dewy and smooth, but I think all of these need to go. One of these is still semi-newer, but I don't know which, so I don't really want to risk giving anybody a breakout. So those can go. Then we have these Benefit Stick foundations. I know these are old for sure, which is sad because when they first came out, I really did like them, but they got a funky smell to them. These are the Benefit, oh, it just says Benefit Foundation, but yeah, I know these need to be trashed. I have a couple of the ColourPop No Filter concealers in here that sometimes I like to use just for all over the face. So those can stay, as well as another Too Faced Born This Way, another ColourPop one, and then we have a few more NARS minis. I don't need all of these just because I have so many NARS foundations already. So those can go. This one is a foundation that definitely had a lot of mixed reviews when it first came out. I personally liked it. It just depends what you mix it with, but this is the Ulta Beauty Youthful Glow Foundation Serum Drops. I'll go ahead and link the video here if you are interested. Oh my God. What the heck? Is it because it was on its side? I feel like this foundation came out towards the end of last year. Okay, there's like chunks in there. What the heck? Never mind. I guess that will be going in the trash. Another serum foundation. This is another one that I really do like. This is the Algenist Reveal Color Correcting Anti-Aging Serum. I feel like this one is probably, it smells fine though, and I do like it. So it's not like I'm using it on other people, so I'm gonna keep that one. This is the culprit. There's oil leaking back here. This should have gone in with my skincare. I'm bummed because this is an oil that I actually really like. This is from Dermalogica, just their, is it Fido Replenish Oil, but clearly it has leaked all over this drawer, so it just needs to go in the trash. All right, now moving, oh, there's another Revlon Candid in here. This one is in the shade 250. I'm gonna keep that just because I'm almost out of the 300. Then we have some cushion foundations. This is one of my favorites just from the drugstore. This one's really readily available. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion. I have mine in the shade Natural Beige. Oh, and this expired. Let's see when, October 7th, 2019. But I've gone through and I've flipped this foundation multiple times. The sponge is pretty much dried out anyways. Both the foundation and the bronzer are amazing. So that can just go into an empties. Then we have this one by the brand Makeup Face. This is another K-Beauty brand. This one is in the shade 23. I love the air puffs with these foundations. Certain ones I do feel like apply better with a sponge, but for the most part, ew, that looks so messy though. Kill Cover from Clio. This is another K-Beauty brand. This is one of the most like high coverage cushion foundations I've ever tried. Most of them do come with a backup as well, so both of those can stay. Oh, there's oil all over it. Gross. It needs to be white. Then we have this Iope one. This one is way old though. I'm just gonna throw away, oh, actually no. I think this was a brand, okay, yeah. The other one was old, but this was a brand new cushion that I put into it. So this one is actually still good. This is nice, but I wonder if one of my aunts would like this more, just because I have other ones that I prefer. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Then we have the Mamonde Air Puff or Air Cushion Foundation. This one's really cool because instead of just like a typical sponge, you press down on this mesh and then the foundation comes through rather than just being like your typical pre-soaked like sponge that's down on the bottom. I need to do an air cushion video soon. Both of these, oh, I'm embarrassed to even look. Wow, this Sephora one expired in 2018, so clearly that's done. This one I know is super expired. I had originally bought that Sephora one because I was so curious about the Dior Air Flash, but I just wasn't sure if I wanted to spend that much on it. So Laura gave this to me forever ago. And whenever I first got it, I absolutely loved it. I think most of it is gone anyways, but yeah, that needs to go. All right, so that's everything that was in here. I'm gonna go ahead and reorganize everything and then give y'all an overview of what I'm decluttering. Okay, so here is the after. While there still is a lot of foundation, this just looks so much cleaner to me. Before, this was like jam-packed and I was having to shove things around to get them to actually fit in here. So I feel like I'm still left with a good mixture of both high-end and drugstore foundations. If something else does come in that needs to be tested, then there's plenty of room for activities back here. But the only thing that annoys me is that these 3 foundations are too tall to be stored upright. The Revolution one, the Urban Decay Stay Naked, and then the Pacifica. It's not bothering me enough to get rid of them, clearly, but I do wish that all of those could be upright. So let me go ahead and swing you down now and show you what products I am getting rid of. Okay, so here's an overview. Ooh, spirit fingers, of everything that is being decluttered that doesn't need to be trashed. So there's 26 foundations as well as 3 little mini travel ones that I have here, ranging from Smashbox, Too Faced, Becca, Ciate, It Cosmetics. So these will be going to friends, family, women's shelter. I have another area where I donate for teen moms or like pregnant teen moms that's located close by. So I have so many boxes that I need to drop off. Once this whole virus thing is done, I'm excited to hand those products off, but hopefully I'll have more products to donate to them. All right, and then here are the products that unfortunately just have to go in the trash. Either they're expired or they're gone. This one will go into an empties. I really hate letting makeup go to waste, especially when there's so many other people out there who could use it. Unfortunately, it happens. That's why I'm trying my best to really go through my collection and donate things before they get to this point, or just give them to friends and family, but not too bad, but any sort of waste is not good. So like I said, I'm trying to be better, but for what I was able to actually donate, that makes me feel a little bit better about it. And now my foundation drawer is actually clean. So hopefully this will inspire you to go through your collection, whether it's makeup, crafts, clothes, shoes, whatever, and do some decluttering. But that's it for this one. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see y'all next time.